Morning everyone, Brian here with BMK Retro Gaming. This morning I review for you guys of the Atari VCS 2600 prototype game, Frog Pond. Now it was being developed by Atari in 1982, primarily by developer Nick Turner. The reason it didn't really finish development is because Turner wanted to turn it into an 8K game, which would have been a little bit more expensive. He wanted to give it more options, and for what they saw was going to be more or less a kid's game, Atari wasn't really interested in investing that much more, so. Otherwise, it would have been intended to be kind of one of their answers to Mattel's Intellivision home video game console lines, Frog Bog, and the Atari VCS 2600 port, Frogs and Flies, which I both reviewed here and even matched up against each other for comparison contrast. And, well, it would have been a decent answer. I've actually enjoyed this game. It's one that should have gone as being released rather than stayed prototypes, so. And it's okay. It's pretty well complete. Basically, you're just a frog who hops around and has one heck of a tongue to catch a variety of flies. Let's see, there's regular flies, mosquitoes, gnats, bees, and I forget what else, but there's a small list, so. And it's a pretty good time. Now, some might be wondering why I've been kind of on the kick with the frog games. Well, they're ones I know pretty well to start with. And also, one of my other hobbies besides just retro video gaming or retro gaming would be that I happen to enjoy herpetology, amateur herpetology, the study and appreciation of reptiles and amphibians. So I actually happen to like frogs, toads, snakes, and such, so. It's the type of game I actually that goes along with one of my personal themes. It's themed towards one of my interests. So anyway, I'm not going to drag this out too much. I find Frog Pond to be a pretty decent game for a prototype game, and we'll see what you guys think about that. I'm going to go ahead and get set up, and we're going to take a look at some gameplay, which I have to emulate via my Hypercam Retron 77. Tough to find this one outside of emulation, really. Okay, so I've set it up for difficulty setting B for a longer tongue. And game 3, which gives you a few more flies you can miss. It's pretty simply just move back and forward and with the joystick and press your button to jump and get your tongue out. Go for the flies. These are regular flies right now. I forget the number, but you have a certain number you can actually miss. Though missing enough will end your gameplay. I mean, the graphics and the sounds are pretty nice. It's not a bad looking game or a bad sounding one by much, or anything I can tell you about. what with the ones that are small groups. These I think are supposed to be the bees. Moth right there, I think. Or no, that may be more the dragonfly, firefly, whichever one they use for the bee. They basically come out at you in groups of twos. Okay, and that's my game over. I think you guys get the idea with the gameplay now by now anyway. Okay, so that was Frog Pond, a 1982 Atari VCS 2600 prototype game developed by Nick Turner. I think it's pretty decent. Like you guys saw, I scored, I think it was 471 points. Not a bad score. And it's It's got to be a challenge. Each different type of flying insect, beyond just your average flies, has its own interesting gameplay mechanic, and thus presents its own interesting challenge. Thus, it's a game with a bit of variety. Sure, it's a kid's game, but it's not a bad one. So if you guys get a chance to check it out, I would recommend doing so. Not sure if it's only available through emulation or what, but it is worth it. And again, it's kind of a kid's game and all, but the game is pretty well complete. It's not an incomplete prototype. Mr. Nick Turner probably did want to try to take the concept further, which is why it just didn't get published. Maybe if he dropped it and gone ahead with what he had, it would have gotten published. And might not have been quite his full vision, but that still would have been decent. Anyway, my preferred YouTubers, High Retro Game Lord and Greg Dead Games, both have some nice videos featuring this particular game. And, with Greg Dead Games, it's a high score attempt video, but an interesting twist for him in a way. For this one, he actually has, it's a shorter one rather than very long, so that one's definitely going to be much more practical to check out without having to set aside a whole great deal of time. It's 5 minutes and something. Anyway, unfortunately I don't have any Wikipedia article link to leave for you guys, but I will leave links to both of those 2 videos, just in case you'd like to check them out. And by the way, I've been meaning but forgetting in my last 2 videos to bring this up, but I would appreciate any comments from what you guys think, for any who have noticed the change in company logo. You know, unfortunately as a channel logo, all the lettering doesn't quite fit in perfect, but you get the general idea. And I enjoy how it's in a kind of neon hot purple, you know, and with above the text, basically a joystick style game controller. The whole thing with that was that my original company logo was just an image that would have the same initials as my own, borrowed. It was just one I found online, and I came to find out in more recent times that it belongs or did belong to an electric company or something like that, which I'm not sure whether they are still in business or defunct. And also I'd wanted to have one that was a bit closer and more closely themed towards retro gaming, because this is BMK Retro Gaming. So I went on, I forget which one I actually used, but I went to a logo creation site and went ahead and created one that more suits the taste, and went through a couple of revisions before I finally left it as is. So I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on all that, if you've noticed or not, and how you like it or don't. Anyway, as always, you guys take care, have a good morning, and I will see you again in my next video.